I'd rather have my head stuck in the clouds than buried in the mound. Feet touching the asphalt, back will touch the ground. You watch about that trash talk, my hands speaking loud. The crowd sound is drowning our conversation now. I know what I'm about to do, can't coma induce. But look, I train not to lose, what else is there to do? I'm a fighter, hard like barbed wire, sharp the same way I'm tired, but get energized when the crowd say showbiz boombaye. Showbiz boombaye, my style's impetuous, my defense impregnable. There's no B plan when the A plan is doable. My ritual, jump rope, heavy bag, cutthroat. I'm the best in the world because my ego says so. A fighter, I am lost in this whirlwind, this make-believe world where it's a sin to be a grown man. Look, I never read a book, bruh. I must admit, I'm about that grit and that dumb shit, where your head's on some drum shit, body got Bambi legs, ears on some hum shit, later getting medicated, urine on some blood shit. I want wildest power with Devin Haney's defense. Look. As I represent the game in a way that can't be challenged, and delegate the comments of hate that can't be managed. I was told once, roll my shoulder like blunts and don't get touched, but my skin tough and thicker than Miss Biz butt. So guess what? I'ma talk my shit and just win once. Throw uppercuts and bone breakers, a needle and haystack with haymakers. I throw mines, don't hide behind my straight right. I show mine and show no the blow by the blow, bro. I blow mines.
You out, sucker.
Up off that, yes, up off. Hey, y'all know what day it is. Y'all know what day it is, huh? Yeah. It's Facts Friday, baby. What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz Adult. All right, man, look at who we have here. Let me see who we have up in here. Gib Curry. KCB. What's going on with you? Whoops. All right, man. Look, first I want to say this. Everybody, welcome to the Facts Friday. Tim Butler. If you haven't done it, please close out the chat, hit the like, and give it up for the Fauna Hill.
Bring on this with a laugh and do the cabbage patch. She's a pretty lady, and then sign some autographs. The Burnham Manton, shaboing boing.
Hit the Tyson Bell. And we can't get started with shit. We can't get started with Shushu. We can't get started talking about boxing. We can't get started doing a damn thing without first giving up to the lady.
You should let me in. You deserve it. No, you deserve it. Baby.
Oh, hit the Tyson Bell. You know what I'm saying? And wait a minute, now we can talk about my dogs.
Yeah, put it simply in here. I like surprises. I came here for prizes. Big booty and thighs is promising my guys is how I could get inside this. Stupid, I realize this, but there's so much I wanna know about you, but I don't really wanna know. That's what they say. You make it too hard for a nigga. I got you, but I got the time. Let's make it work.
Hit the Tyson Bell. And where is he? Where is Where is he? Well, he's here in spirit. We outside.
Anything can happen when you're outside. You can lose a fight, see a chick, have a con with that vibe. You can ride a bike, see a nigga, and ask him if he's alright.
Hit the Tyson Bell and ask him if he's alright. Look, hold up, and one damn second. We ain't gonna do a damn thing on Facts Friday or any other day without our motivational speaker squad. Squad up. Let's go. Let's go. That's what we're talking about. Because Shushu, hit me up yesterday, and he literally was like, squat up, bro. Shushu hit me up yesterday, and he was literally like, squat up. And before I invite and send the link, he's probably in here right now. I don't know for sure, but I'm going to send the link. So I just want to give an introduction real quick to the situation. A few things. First, for my birthday, my daughter, she ordered this book, and it just came in yesterday. And I just think it's appropriate to show it because we're talking to Shu York later today or in a few moments. The Baddest Man, The Making of Mike Tyson by Mark Kriegel. I'm sure it's a page turner, but I haven't turned one page yet. Like I said, I just got it yesterday. Of course, I'm going to get some turtle whiskey and smoke a cigar and start reading the damn book. You guys know how I do. Also, real quick, Warroom. When it comes to Shushu, Carrington, Bruce Carrington, you guys know that I've said many times that he's the perfect fighter. Hit the Tyson bell. There's a few fighters out there who I call the perfect fighter, okay? I don't even call Shakur Stevenson the perfect fighter, and he is the perfect technician. The perfect fighter is different. The perfect fighter is like Sugar Ray Robinson, Terrence Bud Crawford, Abdullah Mason. The perfect fighter has a slickness, very much. Great athleticism, good God-given abilities, if you believe in that stuff, boxing gods or what have you. Focused on doing the right things as far as the sweet science, but also a mean streak to put you away, to slug with you, not just box you. Can box you, make you miss, go 12, also slug you, put you away, short notice, 3 rounds in Tyson Bell. The type of guy who not only shows his high IQ and brilliance, but his tenacity and his endurance, his durability. Shushu Carrington to get hit right on the jaw, like Terrence Bud Crawford. He can get wobbled. Terrence Bud Crawford can get wobbled by Gamboa, can get dropped by the Mean Machine, and go up to 168 and control Saul Canelo Alvarez. These are perfect fighters who has the instinct to know when to do it all and how to do it all. Hit the Tyson bell. A lot of that stuff is just instinct and given to you by the grace of the boxing gods. That's what I call Shushu. Now, here's the thing. When he hit me yesterday, he was on some squad up type shit. He seemed to be a fighter when he texted me, not a friend. And he chose the Warroom to express himself. All right? There's something he fed up about. We're going to talk about it. But I do feel very lucky, and we all should, that he chose the Warroom to do so. We are great boxing fans here. We respect them all. And it's the Warroom. There's no filter. We can give a damn. All right? And if you're saying the right things, we'll lift you up if you represent the sport. Okay? So I'm going to send a link to the WBC interim featherweight champion. Okay, that's how you do it. Bruce Shushu Carrington. I'm going to send a link out here. See if he shows up. Hit the Tyson bell. But we can talk in the meantime, in between time. All right, let me get my, I don't know what kind of drink, my diabetes cholesterol drink. I don't know what they call it. Doesn't seem like the healthiest drink in the world. Yeah, that's not the black 2 sugars at all. That's just syrup. All right, so but as we wait on Shushu, I made a video yesterday. All right, I made a video yesterday. Wait, hold on, Bill Burr. I'm tapping it. Oh, there goes Shushu right there. All right, here we go. You see him right there? All right. Let me see. It's easier for middleweights and up, but welterweight and below sensational fighters are special for sure. Yeah. I hear what you're saying. I hear exactly what you're saying. You know, you got the very best. You got Bam, you got Inoue, you got those guys, you know, down there, Shushu mixing it up, and they don't get the limelight that the heavier weight classes get. Okay. But they're some of the best fighters. Oh shit.
Yo, what's good, man? What's good? Hey, I see you. I see you got that book, man. I got one
Oh
of mine
yes, let's
too.
go. Yeah, hold on. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. I like
I know
that.
you're a big Tyson fan, brother, and I
For
know he's your
sure.
brother just like mine. That's pretty dope, brother.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I saw you pull that out. I was like, oh yeah. He's one of
Yeah.
the real ones.
Well. Speaking of Pauls, I hit you up this morning, and hey, I told this brother good morning.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Come on, man. You out here. You out of pocket, man. You over here tripping, man. Text me good morning. What you up to, man? What you doing?
Hey, listen. That was my fault. Now I apologize. You know how it is. But what I'm up to is I want to hear from you because shit is going down, bro. And I think you should just spaz the hell out or say what you have to say, whatever it is. And then we'll just kick it back and forth. And then we'll kick it to the war room. See what the war room think about it. But there's a guy in particular that you told me through text you wanted to speak on.
Yeah, for sure. It's no secret that I've been calling out all of the champions and plenty of different interviews or even just on national television. You'll see me like outright call these guys out. And but there's been one guy that I've been really, interested in fighting the most out of all of the champions, and that's Nickball. And when it comes to him, I really respect his fighting style. I like how he fights. I like, that rough, tough approach and everything like that. He wears hard on the sleeve kind of thing, right? But when it comes to like making a fight happen, like I was ranked number 2 in the WBA. And his team finds any and every excuse not to fight me. You know what I'm saying? Like, Top Rank, they call, George Warren, the team, everything, and to try to make the fight happen. And George Warren on something like, oh, they'll never make the fight because they're trying to save Nickball for Inoue. Like,
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, you definitely don't have a filter, brother, because you dropping names and everything. So this is what we like. Hit the Tyson bait.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not. Come on, I'm gonna be transparent with it. Like that's just the one thing you're gonna like get from me is just transparency. I just feel like all of this, moving around and trying to be safe with the belt and not really being like fighting the best for real. It's like, you're what's wrong. You're what's wrong with boxing. You know what I'm saying? Like you're one of those people that's wrong with boxing. Like I'm loving to see how Turkey is trying to put these big fights together and whatnot, but there's so much pullback when it comes to Nickball's team to where it's like, okay, like this is not like, because he'll move around and talk like, he's a good fighter, he's the best, but since he's won the title, he's fought number 122 pounders. You go down the list, his last 3 fights. Hold
on. I got to push back because it's the war room.
Go ahead.
Dude, Nickball, we consider Nickball, we put him on our fighters list in the war room. We say he's he's taking on a challenge. Raymond Ford, right? Wait, hold on. And all those guys were at 126, weren't they? Sam Goodman was at
122 pounders. These guys are 122 pounders. Sam Goodman is not one of those 126 fighter. These guys went up to fight for the WBA belt.
He just moved up for Nickball.
Yeah. Say it again?
He just moved up for Nickball.
Yes, he moved up for Nickball. Who else?
Doheny.
Doheny. He just fought Inoue before he fought Nickball.
That's a fact.
Come on. And then who else before that? He stopped the dude his first fight after he beat Raymond Ford. Since he's beat Raymond Ford, it's been nothing but 122 pounders. Nothing but those guys.
So what you say? Because he's waiting on Inoue too. He waiting on Inoue to come up too.
Dog, but I'm saying this, right? Inoue, I've seen Inoue talk in a post-press conference after he fought Cardenas. And he was saying after he got experienced what he experienced in that fight, he said if he continues to make 122 as comfortably as he's making it, he's gonna stay down there. He's gonna stay down at that weight class.
So we just okay. Hold on. Let me play a receipt, and we're about to do a deep dive on this one. We about to peel back some stuff because This is a reference video that we can all kind of use from Nickball.
Picking over at the moment?
Yeah, that's it really. Just waiting for the next date, the next fight. Just always training, yeah. Just waiting on the call.
Was there any talk of you being on the 27th of December card? Obviously, you know, we'll talk about Noah in a minute, but obviously he's headlining that card. Jazza Dickens is on that card. Was there any talk about you being on that card or not really?
No, not that I heard of. No, it's Japan against the rest of the world, isn't it? So, yeah, no, nothing got mentioned to me, like, as far as I know. And everyone keeps coming up to me, when are you fighting a new A, when are you fighting a new A? Just normal people as well, so you don't really follow the boxing. When are you fighting that Japanese lad, they're saying, so, yeah. Next year, hopefully it happens.
What you're saying, the people coming up to you don't know Inue's name, so they're just saying the Japanese lad, yeah?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
So what you're saying is, if Inoue feels fine at 122, Nickball isn't really on his radar if he's not planning for it. What does he do up until then? Keep looking down at 122 so they can come up and fight. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely what it looks like. And, you know, my thing is like, bro, you don't have no one to fight. I ain't got nobody to fight. We both free right now. Why not? Why not get in there and scrap? You know what I'm saying? Like, anyways, you're not getting that anyway fight. All of these guys that's champions, they keep telling me, oh, in order, like, I'll fight Shushu, but he needs to have a belt. How the heck am I gonna get a belt if every single one of y'all are telling me that I need a belt to fight you? That makes no sense. It's just a cop out to me. You know what I'm saying? And then I feel like, you know, the whole excuse.
That sounds like when Terrence Crawford moved up to welterweight.
Exactly. But then on top of this is one thing I don't respect, and this is how you know dudes be having fake confidence, right? If you so-called know that you're the best and everything like that, right? You could be able to fight anybody and feel confident that you're going to beat anybody. Am I right?
Yeah. Warroom. Fact.
So if that's the case, why not? And then you still want that anyway fight. Why not fight me? And if you think you could beat me, go ahead and beat me, and that anyway fight will still be there. The anyway fight will not go anywhere if you beat me. If you're confident in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is.
So you're saying he's not moving like a fighter. He's preserving himself to cherry pick up until he get the new A opportunity.
Which is also a 122 pounder.
Okay. Yes. So hear me out here. You are saying, so you are an ambassador for Ring.
Mm-hmm.
That's Turkey.
Yes.
It's very hard to duck any Turkey fight because the bag is going to be there. Definitely. The bag will be there. So what you're saying is essentially, did they tell you directly, we're ducking you? In so many words, we're not going to fight you, or we're not going to take any chances unless his name is Inoue.
That's what has been told to me, you know, from sources from Top Rank, you know, and you know, my people. So I just hold on.
What was told to you is we're not going to fight Shushu Carrington.
100%. Yes, that was what was told. Where you going, bro? Come on. Yo.
Come on, dog. This is who we put at the very top of our fighters list. Nickball a Nickball representative here, because this is the flag that's being set right now in the war room. We put Nickball at the very top of he'll fight anybody, Ray Vargas, Raymond Ford, but not you. What are their excuses? What, you don't have enough names on your resume?
I mean, I think like that could probably, like, I haven't heard that from Inoue's team, and Nickball's team. I've heard that remark from guys like Stephen Fulton, right? But I haven't heard that from guys like Nickball's team. I genuinely don't know what the problem is, because let me tell you, right? There was a situation where we initially came to the table probably like earlier this year into Nickball, and their number was like, we'll fight Shu for like 2 M's. When you have it at the time, all right,
for $2 million?
Yeah. And then we didn't have it at the time. So it was like, all right, we just tabled that conversation. Then I got, you know, in relation with Turkey, now I'm a brand ambassador, and now we have that. We brought that back to the table, And then it just became another excuse. I don't like. I genuinely don't know what the excuse was, but
Like you'll whoop his ass.
no, you a troublemaker, man. I ain't say that.
Shushu, we gotta keep it real in the war room. We gotta keep it real in the war room.
You know, listen, you can kind of hear like a little like frustration in my tone and everything like that. It's just, I just don't like when guys like they portray that, they're certain type of guys, but they make certain moves and certain actions that show you that that's not what it really is. And I'm really like a type of person, like I'm big on respect. I'm big on like, how I step in every single move I make. I feel like every single thing I do is a statement. And the statements that they're making is showing me the type of person that they are in terms of Nickball and his team. So it's, it's a little frustrating for me.
Okay. Can we go through a checklist real quick?
Yeah.
So WBC interim champion.
Mm-hmm.
That's different than mandatory, right?
Yeah, it's different. It's basically, it's different from mandatory. I could have been mandatory even before I got the WBC interim title, but I don't know what happened there.
That we're not even going. I'm basically that gets weird.
Yeah, it's politics, but I'm basically in a position to where if Stephen Fulton was to vacate his WBC title, then I could be elevated to a full champ. Like,
okay,
that's the position.
So you're WBC interim champion, but Fulton is busy. He's about to fight Foster.
Yeah, at 130. Okay. He's moving up to fight Foster at 130. Now we just. So
why aren't you the champion?
Because we don't. I think if he wins, then I think he's gonna stay up. But then if he loses, then that's when the decision has to be made if he's gonna vacate or fight me.
Okay.
That's what the crossroads is at right now.
When you're holding the belt but that's cool. So you're ranked number 2 WBA.
I was. Once I got the WBC interim title, all of my rankings from the other sanctioning bodies go away.
And that right there is a loophole. So Nickball can be okay. And what is he doing next? Do you know?
He has nothing on the line right now. That's why I'm like really interested to put this fight. I want to go back.
And
to
you
the
have
statement
nothing.
That you made.
You have nothing. You have nothing online.
I have nothing lined up. I have nothing lined up at all. So, and I want to go back to a statement that you said earlier when it comes to like guys making excuses, and you mentioned if my resume was in question, like dude, like that. Granted, I might not have the biggest names on my resume, but that excuse is like something that can easily be exposed. And you know what I'm saying? Because look, let's use Espinoza for example. Espinoza, who did he fight before he fought Robeisio Ramirez?
Yeah.
But he got his opportunity, didn't he?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So why can't I get my opportunity? Mind you, I've done way more in terms of like rankings and titles than Espinoza before he got his shot. WBC interim, WBO intercontinental, NABF, you name it, I did it. The Prospect of the Year, ESPN Airing magazine, you name it, I did it. Why I'm not gonna get my shot? Why is all the excuses coming? Because they know what's up. Yeah. That's because they know that I'm a real problem. But they ain't gonna try to say that, so I'm gonna just expose it.
Yeah, no, we're gonna say it here, and we're gonna keep saying it. Hey, Warroom, #Shushu whenever you see a Nickball post. But number 2, I want to say this, going through the checklist because you're making a great point. The names, all right, and this is the point I was trying to get to, and it was perfect what you just did. The reason why you have interim titles, the reason why you have rankings is so you don't get avoided when it comes to, oh, you don't have this name, you don't have this thing, you don't have. That's the reason why you have rankings. So guys like you get the shot to display his skills.
That's right.
Bad or no. So that's the nature of the beast. That's the nature of fighting. That's the nature of competition. But since it kind of changed a little bit, I'm the A side, you're the B side, I'm undefeated, I did this, what kind of pay-per-views you got, and You also have the money behind you.
Yeah, for sure.
So when we go through the checklist, you have the integrity checklist, but you also have His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh, you have the bag.
Exactly.
What I'm trying to do is try to find a logical reason other than we're just going to duck Shushu because I cannot, brother. Like you said at the beginning of your argument, and you shaped it very well. Inoue isn't running to 126 or anything.
Nah,
He
not
is
at all.
trying at
Not
what
at all.
the hell are you waiting for? So I'm trying. We're trying to get to this point. Y'all both are open, space and opportunity, right? You can't sit and twiddle your thumbs. I'm wondering who he can fight now after your statement that will make us all in the war room and the boxing fan and the boxing community feel like, okay, that's fine.
Nobody.
We're good to fight him.
Nobody. Nobody.
There's nobody there.
Nobody. There's nobody. I'm right here for it. I'm the perfect opponent. I'm a perfect guy to fight. Why not? Let's really like continue to make boxing what it is, and that's the sweet science. You know what I'm saying? Give the fans what they want to see. Get these electrifying fights going and like create legacies, bro. Like that's just what I'm loving. Again, like I said, these fights that's happening, like the Canelo Crawford. You even got the I think Tio and Shakur might be fighting soon.
Haney and Brian Norman.
Brian Norman. We getting these fights. They coming. They coming. Let's keep it going. You know what I'm saying? I feel like my fight with Nickball will be one of those, man. But my vision is just so much further than that as well, too, though. Like Nickball is just one of those, milestones for me to get through.
Why?
I could see myself possibly being the first undisputed featherweight champion in the full belt era and making history. I make 126 easy. I see the competition. I've got a game plan for each and every one of those guys. I've been studying these guys for almost 2 years, and I'm just you know how I am.
I see you all the time. But
I'm a student of the game.
But what I'm saying is, you saying this, okay? You feel you can be undisputed. You feel you can whoop Nickball's ass, and he seems to be the one that's on your checklist, right? As a fighter and the boxing culture, that should sound like motivation for a Nickball or anybody else. After seeing this interview, once this 100%. Post and everybody's looking at it live, they should be like, who the hell you think you are? No, I'm going to jump ahead of Nickball, or Nickball should respond immediately and say, I want Shushu. But the way our ears are now, you saying that sounds intimidating. It sounds more like
what's funny? It's funny that you said that, right? Because in past interviews I've shown, I've talked about me wanting to fight Nickball and all the interest and whatnot behind it. And I saw an interview, I think it was posted on The Ring, and he responded to me and basically saying like I should, in but so many words, talk nicer to him in order to get my shot. Like, one, I don't know you. Two, this is boxing. We not friends. I don't know you. What I gotta talk nice to you for? You got what I want. You in my way. I don't understand what all of this nice little soft stuff is happening around for. I don't get it.
It started with Canelo, but here, let me tell you this is what they got. But let me say this though. What's the difference between being hungry to be great and clout chasing? Because people don't know the difference anymore on social media. Let's keep it real. You're saying his name, Nickball, and anybody else, but Nickball right now. We got nothing but space and opportunity. I'm gonna whoop your ass, BTA. There's gonna be people that's gonna respond to that and say, "Oh, Shushu is clout chase."
Man,
what
listen,
don't they understand.
Man, let's see. The thing is this, right? Like I have nothing but respect for all of these guys, all these champions, including Nickball. I genuinely see myself being the best in the division, and I want to fight these guys. So there's plenty of interviews that's shown that I've said nothing, like a lot of good things about Nickball as well. It's not like I'm talking down on him as a fighter. I just don't understand what this ducking is about, and these guys just coming up with new ways to give me a lack of opportunity.
Because you're almost cussed. You're a damn nightmare. You're a nightmare, Shu. You're lean. You got some height, got reach. You go after them. You're not going to be able to be backed up or chased around. Bro, you're going to come with tenacity and violence. You just saw what Crawford did. You know what I mean? You're a nightmare.
I respect that. I appreciate you saying that. And I think that they feel that as well too. But see, the thing is, the difference between guys like them and guys like me, when I see, let's say if I was in their shoes, I see a guy that's threatening, that's a nightmare, I want to fight that guy. Like as soon, like I was there, I fought on the same card. I fought on the same card as Robeisio Ramirez and Espinoza. Got a second round knockout. And, you know, I was able to, you know, watch the main event. And then when I did, I saw Espinoza, the way he fought. I'm like, I want to fight that dude. Like, I'm a fan of his. Like, I like the way he fight. Like, I became a fan of Espinoza for real because I'm like, he get down. Like, he ain't give up. He's throwing punches and punches. He beat the champion. And, you know, I'm just like, yeah, like that makes me want to fight you. That naturally is just who I am. These guys over here, I don't know. I don't, they just don't give me that Four Kings era type of, you know what I'm saying?
You can't
mentality.
identify.
I can't relate to him.
Hey, Warroom, how many times have I called this man a throwback fighter? I've said it a million, brother. I've said it a million damn times. Where is that coming from? And why haven't you been influenced by it? Why haven't you been influenced by what everybody else seemingly has been influenced by?
I mean, well, to be honest, I think there's a lot of it is my upbringing. It's a bit about, you know, me coming from Brownsville, and, you know, we have guys that come out like Mike Tyson, you know what I mean, Zab Judah, Riddick Bowe, Shannon Briggs. We got 7 world champions that come out of this one neighborhood, not city, not region, just this neighborhood in New York. New York is already hustle and bustle, rough, tough. You know what I'm saying? You got to be have a certain type of tenacity just to be able to survive. And me living through that type of environment just made me feel like, man, it's eat or be eaten. You know what I'm saying? It's kill or be killed. And that mentality has just been, you know, thriving, giving me a way to thrive throughout my career, just in life, period. And that's just kind of just how, you know, I keep that momentum going.
How about just the nature of competition too? You say you saw Espinoza and said, man, that guy's violent. I like what he does. I'm a fan, which is why I want to put my skill up against his.
Yeah. You know, like when it comes to that, I don't know, man. Like I really have this, how can I say? I really have this drive just to be like this undoubtedly the best, you know? And then I think it's not just so how Espinoza fights, it's because he's so tall, he got that long reach, and he's just like this anomaly. He's just you know what I'm saying? Like he's just this anomaly in the featherweight division. He's like the Fundora of the featherweights, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, damn, if I beat him, oh, I'm that dude for real. You know, that's what I look at. I don't look at, oh man, I don't want to fight him. I don't think I'm ready for him. That's not me. I think about the aftermath, like Bud. If I could be able to jump 2 weight classes, basically 3, because it was a pit stop at 54.
Yeah, that was 3.
If I could jump 3 weight classes to fight the face of boxing, Canelo Alvarez, he's successful at 75 and he's the best at 168. If I could beat him at his best, and no weight clause, gangster. Like look at where he's at now, 3-time under. I think about stuff like that. You put in what you get out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to gamble on yourself. You got to. The greats always gamble on themselves. These dudes, they just want to be champions. I want to be great.
Listen, bro, I want to say this. Nickball, that should have been motivation for you, and that should be your mindset. Can you give one more thing you want to say to Nickball, and then I'm going to open it up for the War Room to ask you some questions. I got some super chats, but do you have anything to say to Nickball?
Man, I ain't really got much to say left to Nickball. It's more so just, man, let's just get this fight. Listen, I'm free. I ain't got no fights coming up in these next few months. You ain't got no fights coming up in these next few months. Let's get it on.
Facts. And War Room, we're gonna do it too. War Room, we're gonna hashtag Shushu. Whenever Nickball put everybody just start flooding. Why? It's not Team Shushu, it's Team Boxing. Hey, we want to see a good scrap. They wide open. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to see a good scrap regardless. I think y'all be a fantastic fight, bro. Okay, we got the
I think so too. That's why I'm trying to get y'all what y'all want.
And like, 100%.
I believe so too.
Skip Ball fight Espinoza or Leo, force that bout. What do you think about that from 50-50?
Bro, listen, sent offers out to all of these guys, all of them. They just all say the same thing. Like everybody's saying, "Oh, why you not saying this guy? Y'all saw me call out Espinoza live on television. Oh, why you not saying this guy? Y'all saw me call out Nickball, Espinoza, and Jolio live on television." Like I'm calling these guys out, and we wouldn't even get down to numbers when it comes to certain people. It's just like yo, Shu want to fight. Let's try to get this fight on Shu. Nah, he got to win a belt first.
Before the negotiation.
He got to win a belt first. If all four of these guys saying the same thing, how am I gonna get a belt? You answer that, ShowBizz. Tell me.
All the belts are already occupied. Get what belt? You got a belt. WBC interim. That's the only thing you got.
Bro, this belt right here, this is all I could get right now. This is the best I could do. That's the best I could do. You know what I mean?
There's a bounty on Nickball's head. I don't know. They don't want that smoke with Shu York. Okay. I kind of agree with that. Let me see. Ask Shushu not to put the grease on. Come on. Shushu should
Nah. I got to. That's what I do, man. Wins, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get all greased up. You know what I mean?
Hey, you should have been on the Nello Crawford undercard. Did you ask for that?
Hey, I did ask for it, but the card was already full at that time. They had that card stacked way ahead of time.
A Boogie said now they giving Shu York the Hagler treatment. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah, I feel that. I see that. I can definitely see that. And I genuinely don't want that to happen. That's why I'm being more boisterous than Hagler, Terrence Crawford, Boots Ennis. They wasn't like really talking, like just trying to make these fights. I'm trying to do something different. I'm not gonna be like too quiet and just go with the flow. We're gonna put some pressure on these dudes.
Yeah, let's go. Are you willing to fight Nickball in the UK? That's
100%. Oh yeah, it'll be sweet to take the belt in his hometown. That'll be sweet. I ain't gonna lie to you. But it'll be a big fight in New York too. It'll be a big fight in Madison Square Garden as well. Like I feel like he's one of those dudes that could bring a big following from the UK, like Ricky Hatton. You know what I'm saying? Yep. A lot of those dudes, they love Nickball. So I genuinely feel like the whole back and forth and just the history of my interviews talking about him and his interviews talking about me, it could cause a lot of interest in the fight that'll bring up a lot of attention. And I think a fight in New York would be great.
Fight in New York, and you're willing to go to UK?
Yeah, I'm willing to go to UK for sure.
Okay,
if New York can't happen, yeah, I'll take the belt.
It'd be smarter to go to New York because that's worldwide. Then it wouldn't. I mean, at that point, UK likes to travel. They travel anyway, so it'd be better there. Shu York, what's up, bro? Them guys not trying to share the ring with a dog like you. Just keep applying pressure. They have no choice to fight you soon. We're gonna apply pressure too.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm from Brownsville and sparred with Curtis Stevenson. Okay, and a few chin checkers. Keep being great, kid.
That's what's up. Yeah, Curtis Stevens. He was one of my favorite boxers growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like he was one of the dudes I looked up to when I was young.
So wait, hold on. I'm going to. They are afraid of you, bro. So listen, let me tell you something, Shu. You put together the type of argument. So Warroom, y'all have no pushback questions. You put together the type of argument where it's almost a no-brainer from the Warroom that this fight is what we want. So let me ask you guys, do you guys want Shushu versus Nickball next? Because you know how I get, dog. If I get dialed in and focused on something, it's just
I like that. We gotta get the fans what they want to see. And I genuinely think that if they think about both of our styles, you know how I get down, you know how Nickball get down.
Nickball get down by
he get down.
But I mean by all
like
means.
when he fight.
Brother, but by all means, dog, he'll grab your arm, hit you with the other one. Like the guy tenacity.
Doheny.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, he kicked my man Kickball over there wilding, bro.
So
over there tripping, son.
So let me ask you this. Yeah, not to give away your game plan or anything like that. But with Nickball, when you start pushing that man backwards, things get a little bit weird for him.
Yo, you're funny, bro. You're funny. Yo, you're funny, bro.
I'm just saying, he definitely know how to go forward.
You know your game, though. You know. Yeah. Listen, well, let's leave it there.
Okay,
Let's leave it there. We ain't trying to wake up. We ain't trying to wake up and sleep in bed, but you know. Yeah. Yeah.
So everybody
That's
say-
funny. You're a funny dude, dude.
Yes, most definitely. They want to see it. Who does Shu got Tank versus Jake?
Oh, come on, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie. A fight like that shouldn't even be happening. But I'm gonna always pick the boxer. I'm gonna always, pick Tank. You know what I mean? Jake Paul, granted, he's way bigger and he got some boxing experience at this point now. But I think Tank, he gonna do what he do. I don't think he's gonna knock him out. I mean, he could, maybe, I don't know. But I don't know, bro. Tank, he got pop, man. But a fight like that shouldn't even be happening for real. But hey, for the casuals and to make the sport more lucrative, why not? I'm gonna watch it. I ain't gonna cap. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna be upfront with you.
Right. Let me ask you this, and be honest with me, dog. Did you know I was gonna lose that money when I put it on Canelo?
Yeah. What's wrong with you, man? Yeah, I'm disappointed in you. You gonna bet on Nello? What's wrong with you? Hey, y'all, listen. I was so disappointed in him when he said, like, granted, I've seen the videos and you doing the comparisons and how crazy it was for Bud to go up and wait. But I get it. But you are a real boxing analyst, bro. Like, you got the eye, though, son. How you not bet on Bud? Listen, the size is one thing, but Nello is too one-dimensional. He's great at that, what he does, just like Errol Spence was.
Yeah.
But Crawford is too versatile. His bag is too deep. It's way too deep. He's a technician. And technicians is exactly what Canelo has a problem with. I talked to Coach Red right before the fight, during weigh-ins, and I'm just like, listen, I don't want to know what y'all game plan is, because I just want to just enjoy the fight in real time. But I'm letting them know, like, yo, as long as Bud don't sit there, he gonna be good. As long as he don't sit there for too long and just let Canelo just tee off. And whenever Canelo throws something, he needs to get hit back.
Yeah.
And you know why I said that? I said that because that's exactly how Floyd Mayweather beat him, because he had to maintain that respect. And that's exactly how Bivol beat him, because he had to maintain that respect. And that's exactly what Bud did. Yeah. How you gonna pick Bud, man?
Listen.
How you gonna pick over Bud and pick Canelo? Disappointed, man.
Hey, okay, look, I deserve this, Shu. Let me tell you something. Round one, I swear, in my mind, round one, the bell went. Terrence Crawford stepped out, just how he positioned himself in the ring. Southpaw. He stepped out, and I said he won. It's over with.
That tenacity, you saw how he was coming.
Yep.
Yeah, you saw how he was coming. He stepped in the middle of the ring, shot the jab, and he maintained his respect, and he solidified, this is my ring. Right off the first second.
Hey,
that's
bro,
when you know his mentality was different.
He opened up on Canelo. Canelo tried to counter. He blocked it, then he countered. So he opened him up for the counter, blocked him, counter. Canelo tried to push him against the ropes. He flipped him with his power. He has his strength. Turned him around. I'm like, man, he just whooping his ass, man. Then the copy box comes out, and it looks like Canelo won with the copy. I'm like, wait a second, man.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. Yo, forget the copy box. Think about this. If Bud would have lost that last round, the fight would have been a draw.
Now that's that bullshit.
How?
Bud was obviously in control. And you know what that reminds me of? Bud does that a lot. Bud knows that he's better and in control. But when you look at the scorecards, it's like, huh? It happened with Sean Porter. Hey, you down? What? Let me whoop his ass. You feel what I'm saying? He knew in the championship rounds, hey, listen, I know I'm controlling the fight, but who knows? I'm going to have to turn it up. He said that to me with Madrimov. When he snapped on me, he was just like, I said, man, 115, 113. He ain't feel shit. Forget what the scorecard says. He was in control the whole time. So that you got to take that into consideration. Hold on. We're going to have a few more questions for you, man. We ain't going to hold you forever. Hold on. Let me see.
It's all good. It's all good. I appreciate y'all. I see y'all in the comments, man. Y'all showing love. That's what's up.
Yeah. Segawa. Who? Performer. Segawa. Who is that?
He's a guy for, last year, September.
Okay. Made a lot of boxing fans questions about your skill set I remember that fight at the highest level. What can you say to convince us otherwise? Matt, that's a good question.
Well, if you guys will continue to watch, focus on that fight, then at that point, then I realized that you don't notice or try to look for the improvements that I've made since that fight. So let's take it back, right? When I fought Segawa, well, getting ready to fight, I can say that I went through, I would like to call it a canon event at this point, Spider-Man little joint. But yeah, I went through this, this thing that all fighters have to go through, and that's experience of humbling, right? And I say that because before I fought him, I was on a knockout streak, right? And in that year, I had coming off of winning the Prospect of the Year, and last fight before that, I knocked out a guy right in front of Inoue. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really feeling myself, and you know what I'm saying. So I'm thinking of the way I'm fighting in that approach, I could be anybody like that, And Segawa, he came in with a game plan. Granted, I've seen him fight, and I know he was gonna come like that, but I was so confident in my approach of my last 3 fights before fighting Segawa. Okay, I could do that to anybody and break him down. And, it just worked against me. And on top of that, that's another thing. I think out of every fight that I fought in New York at that time was a knockout. So I was like, okay, I want to keep it going. And then, the fans and everything, I kind of fed into it. I kind of fed into the hype, you know what I'm saying? Drink my own Kool-Aid. And I had to humble myself. I made that fight much more difficult for myself. And what I could have done instead of trying to go for the knockout was just trying to box. I wasn't using my jab. I wasn't being real slick and versatile. I wasn't being Shushu. I was just trying to be this knockout dude that I'm not. You know what I'm saying? My knockouts come when I'm not even trying. I had to do by accident. Oh, snap. He down. You know what I'm saying? So that's, one thing. That's the main thing that I learned in that experience. And I'm happy that I got that experience before I got to the title contention, where I am now. And now you'll see my jab count is way higher. When I fought Dana Coolwell, when I fought even in this last fight, jab count, slickness, movement, boxing more. This thing, if you're focusing on just that one fight, then you have not seen the improvements that I've made, and you just focusing on the negative.
Yeah,
that's just the main thing.
That was dope. But I like how you focused on the negative to make the improvement. That was dope.
Oh, 100%.
Tank versus Shakur. Who you got? Yeah. I'm gonna add. You tell me, Shu. Who you have if they fight?
All right. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it brutally honest. I feel like Tank, he don't have the love for the sport as he used to, and you need that love to be able to, really take over the sport and be the best and all that good stuff, right? If Tank is at his best, it'll still be a tough fight with him and Shakur. I feel like Shakur is just too defensively sound, but Tank has the capability to break through it and get his shots in. Now, will that be enough to break Shakur down? Maybe, possibly. We've seen Tank do it, but we've also seen Shakur be able to just shut a lot of guys down and frustrate. I think about the fight with Lamont Peterson and Tank. Granted, Tank was showing lack of interest in fighting as much, but just the style I feel would have given Tank problems regardless, because that whole you hit me and I catch you and I touch you back and we're both slick. That's the issue. I think that's for Tank. A lot of guys that Tank has looked great against were guys that kind of got that Mexican style, or you want to rock him, sock him type of dudes. He has a field day with guys like that, field day. But if someone that's slick just like him or more, that's when he starts to run into problems. You start to see it was spaces in the Lamont Roach fight where he was looking confused. You could see him literally
really frustrated and talking shit.
Yeah. So. I think that Shakur can definitely give him some, problems when it comes to frustrating him mentally.
And Shakur is mentally strong as hell, which
I'm
not sure how strong Tank is. For Tank to take that knee like that and get his eye wiped and stuff, that showed a level. I love Tank, but that just showed he can be frustrated to the point of shit. He almost malfunction. Let me see.
In his defense, though, like when people when you have gel in your hair and you got that sweat running in your eye, that drink you burn. I ain't gonna lie, son. Like, bro, I've heard plenty of people that talk about bro, that drink burn. So I can't. I gotta be in his defense.
But he still panicked though, because you can't take a knee and then get your face wiped.
I mean, well, yeah, but you know what's crazy? A lot of people in the amateurs, I don't know if that same rule applies in the pros because you don't really see people in the pros do that. But you can take a knee in the amateurs to kind of time out and fix the headgear or you can do that and it won't be a standing 8 count.
You are the first person I've heard say that he may have been truly confused, because he said in a post press conference, he said, I didn't know you couldn't do that. And it's like, how do you not know? Because he never been in that situation before. He just thought he could, back to the amateurs. Well,
yes, 100%. Yeah, I've seen that plenty of times. So when he did it, at first it caught me like, oh, what's going on? But then I'm like, oh, he wiping his eye. Oh, he just took a knee. He took a knee just to wipe his eye. But I know the masses don't know about that rule.
No, I definitely don't. Not in amateurs. I don't watch enough amateurs, so I don't know.
That's another thing, man. You got to lock in on the amateurs, bro. There's some dudes that's where you really see who's going to be coming up next and taking over.
I'm gonna start doing that. My daughter is actually an amateur fighter now, but she doesn't want herself to be exposed. She doesn't want to do it like the Creed way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
I feel you.
Yeah. So she got some fights coming up, and I'm going to start attending those fights and start kind of seeing what's up with the amateurs, man, especially around my area. Shushu, always come out to your fights at the Garden. Much love.
Thank you.
Has Shushu explored trying to fight Nickball on the Shakur T.O. Turkey fight card in January?
That's literally what I'm trying to basically throw in there right now without saying much. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got no fights. I ain't got no fight. I think that would be a perfect time for us to get in there because that would be too long for either one of us to be inactive. You know what I mean?
Fighting to break the inactivity is a must. So why not you guys do it and take care of that?
Yeah, man. I'm ready to fight.
I like to see you in there with Nate Collins, Brandon Figueroa, or Jonathan Lopez. I like those for you, but I also think you deserve to challenge for a title. I think it's by that time. First, if no ball, could we see a Fulton or Foster winner?
I ain't gonna lie to you. If the offer was sent to me to fight for the WBC title at 130, I'd definitely move up to 130 to fight any one of them for sure.
Okay, so how high are you willing to go up? Period. I'm talking about how far do you see yourself going in the future?
I can see myself going up to 140. If there's a big name at 147, I could even do that.
140, bro, eventually?
Yeah, but come on, I'll do the bud method.
Okay.
Still pay the bills, baby. Still pay the bills.
But wait a minute. You see that? Hold on, everybody. Take note of this. I'm sorry. I'm only going to read one more question or two, and then we're going to be done. But take note of this. All right. Not that long ago, everybody was talking about being undefeated, being managing money, being a businessman in the ring, and all those things. All it takes is for somebody to influence things a different way. And Terrence Crawford moved the needle to where somebody like Shushu, who he is naturally, I'm not saying he changed who you are now, but somebody like him to glow. This is exactly what the hell I'm talking about. It can change what the face of boxing looks like and what the boxing fan expect to see from their favorite fighter. Not just being undefeated, not just having all the money or talking about clout chasing or having the highest pay-per-view numbers, but the guy who decides to fight them all and risk. So that's really dope, bro.
That's right. Yeah, I appreciate that. You know what I mean? I just don't see a lot of guys being it this way, and I just think that I'm gonna just hit the ground running and just mess up the whole scene of boxing. It's time for a change.
Facts. Two more questions, y'all. Ask him who he respects the most in a weight class, who he would think it would be a great or a good fight, who he hasn't fought. Love you, boy. Ryan Garcia. Funny. Ryan Garcia. So who do you respect most?
Who I respect the most
in a weight class?
Okay, who I respect the most? I mean, I don't know. I feel like I respect all of those guys equally. I mean,
facts.
I genuinely don't feel like I respect one guy more than the other. And what was the second one? Who I think it would be a good fight? I think The two fights that intrigue me equally are the Nickball fight and Espinoza. Those two
That is
fights.
so crazy. That is so crazy. Let me tell you why that's so crazy. Because it's kind of like what you're saying about Tank. He usually fight a certain kind of style. You're talking about people on two totally different ends of the spectrum when it comes to height, fighting style. Nickball or
I feel you.
Lupe Fiasco, man. He said, all I'm trying to fight is that blue dress. Oh my God. He's talking about homegirl.
Oh man, this dude, man. He out here wilding.
Okay. Let me give just two more and then we out. All right, Shushu.
All right, baby.
He said, if Shu fights Ball, I'm betting the house on Shu. Don't let me down.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You even gotta say don't let you down. You have that confidence in me.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about it.
Lastly, hope you know us or Puerto Rico claims you as one of ours. Dang.
Yo, nah, I love them. It was crazy, bro, because I love my Puerto Ricans, man. I already had like a bunch of Puerto Rican friends and just been around a lot of Puerto Ricans just coming up in New York. But I think I really like got everybody around once I went to Puerto Rico, spent some time in San Juan, and then I fought on Puerto Rican Day weekend out in New York. And then they turned to New York City and put Puerto Rico together, put Puerto Rico. And you know what I'm saying? That was so dope to like, put on like a great performance in front of my Puerto Rican fans. So, I got nothing but love for y'all, man. I got nothing but love for y'all.
So I'm gonna give my last words and then I'm gonna let you end the stream. All right. Mm-hmm. What I want to say is my man talking about betting on you over Nickball. I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm gonna tell you why, Shu. When I thought Riddick Bowe was going to beat Lennox Lewis, Riddick Bowe threw his belt in the trash. And I said, well, if you don't feel that you can beat him, then I ain't gonna think you could beat him. They end up never fighting, but I got Lennox then. When Canelo versus David Benavidez, I said, well, I think I got Canelo. But when Canelo ducked him, I'm like, well, if you don't think you can beat him, I got David Benavidez. In the same nature, you're calling out Nickball. Nickball is waiting on Inoue to do something he's not thinking about doing, and you're sitting here calling him out again and again and again and again, just like the welterweight division was doing with Terrence Bud Crawford. No diss to anybody, but I should have taken that approach still. He probably would clear them all out. I'm going to say the same thing. You're calling him out. It's a mentality thing for me. It's just the mental thing. It's the spiritual thing for me. It's the stuff that you can't measure. You calling this guy out, and he's like, no, I'm going to sit back and fight people, everybody else. This guy who's at the top of my fighters list, bro, I'm going to put my money on Shu. Last word, Shu.
Yeah, no, I was also just going to say, it'd be good to bet on me as well, because I'll probably be not the favorite anyway, so you're going to bring big money. Big money, baby. I ain't gonna lie. That's big money. But, you know what I'm saying? Listen, man, ShowBizz, I appreciate you having me on here, bro. Just to be able to have this platform and talk to the fans and everything like that, it's always a great pleasure. But, man, for all of the fans that's watching, make sure y'all tune into the next Shushu show, because you never know, baby. Don't blink, baby. I'm going to be one of the guys that y'all going to talk about when it comes to the greats. The same way y'all talking about Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather, Terrence Crawford, Bruce Shushu Carrington is going to be a name on that list, baby. Trust and believe.
Man, that is dope, man. Shout out Shushu, man. Love you, boy. Everybody in the war room, make sure you hashtag Shushu whenever you see something from Nickball. We are fans of Nickball, but we are bigger fans of boxing, period. And we want to see that damn matchup, bro. All right, hit the Tyson bell. And thank you so much, Shushu. You thank me for the platform. No, thank you for showing up on the Facts Friday. I didn't know what to do on the 400th episode, and that is just the way to do it. Represent the sport. And I mean, that's a better way to do it. I was going to talk about Javante and Jake and shit, and now it's like there's no damn way in hell after that interview and what he's talking about. He's like, the fight shouldn't even be happening. I'm like, man, this man's coming with Shushu's coming with that grassroots boxing energy. So if we just gonna have to have the hour be with Shushu is on Shu York, and that's just damn perfect, man. Love is confidence. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the only way to be, and that's dog W interview. Thank you guys so much. I'm happy you guys enjoyed it. Ms. Biz is taking me out on vacation for this whole weekend. But next weekend, I'll be calling the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship next weekend. What's October 4th on DAZN Warroom. So I'll be doing that. I'll be placing some bets on my bookie. Hold on, everybody. Everybody, wait a minute. That was on my bookie.
My bookie that I wanna try.
And I want to end by saying no disrespect to Nickball. Listen, Nickball, we think you have tenacity. We think you are a fantastic fighter. I met you in Saudi Arabia, but I mean, the War Room doesn't really give a shit, right? Because we just want to see matchups, right? So love you to death. And same thing with Shushu. You know, we don't know the outcome, but we want to see the matchups. And right now, Shushu is talking about giving us the matchups, right? So that's what we're about. If it seems like the money, well, we know the money is there. We know the want is there. All right. All we need for you is to want it back and meet the energy with the same energy, right? Put the fight on. Hold on. He said it best. Fight on. All right. Let me see what Abraham would say. Need to have T.O., Ryan, and Tank on here separately. I would love to have them all together. All right. But that's dope. Now Shushu done raised the bar again. So he raised the bar of the War Room and this platform. So if any of you fighters want to jump on here and you have something to say, no filter, please. That's the only thing I ask for is to show who you really are without any filter. All right, just be genuinely yourself. Project who you are 100%. That's all we ask for. All right. So thank you guys for showing up. He said Nick scared. So thank you guys for showing up and showing out. ShowBizz for adult. I'm out. Huh. Oh my goodness.